In this video, we are going to learn how to create a construction effect with particle systems. With this method, you can create any effects for your 2D game. Let's preview this. I will click confirm the tower and you can see that this particle effect we are going for this construction smoke or whatever, whatever it is. Okay, this video is part of my course, so if you want to code along with me, you need to download this project. You can find the project link in the description of this video. Just download the zip file. There is also video explaining how to set it up, and there is also a link on your screens you should see right now explaining how to set up this project. Okay, so let's get into coding. The worker will start working on this, and in 5 seconds the building will be finished. But there is still something missing. I would like to display here some particles, some effects that we know that the building is in progress. Let's get into this functionality right now. Open itch.io, so your browsers, and get this link into your browsers. You can write it down or simply get this link from the description of the video and paste it here. This package is for free. It's called Free Smoke FX Pixel 2 package from user BD Dragon1727. So be sure to check some of these user packages. They are very, very nice if you're working on 2D games. I don't know if the user has some other packages. It looks like mostly some effects for 2D games. So be sure to check it out. This one is for free, so we can download it. Click here, download. If you want to pay for it, be sure to support the fellow developers, so make sure to give them some credit and also pay for their work if you think that you will release the game and you will get some money from it. Okay, so let's download the package first. Click here, download, and yeah. Okay, so Free Smoke FX Pixel, let's open this. Here we have the package, and we'll get it to our Unity project. So I will open first my Unity, and I'll go to the project folder and HVO folder and into the images, because here we are keeping the tiny source assets. So next to it, we'll get this package. So I'll get the Finder, just drag it, tap into the Unity window and paste it here. Okay, this will take just a second. And here is the Free Smoke FX Pixel. I will just remove this numbers in the end. I will just, so we have a Free Smoke FX Pixel. Okay, so let's take a look at this. It is the smoke effects we'll be using. We will go with Free Smoke FX Pixel 5, this one here. Not the first one, 5, but the second one here. Okay, so let's change a couple of things. Sprite mode will be multiple pixels per unit. In our game, we are going with 64 pixels per unit, and open sprite editor so we can slice it. So click here, yes. I think that was specified in the package when you were reading it. I need to go back that this is 64 by times 64. If it's not written there, you can easily figure it out. And I don't think it's written here. Okay, doesn't really matter. Let's get back here and just click here, slice, and change automatic for a grid by cell size and go with a 64 by 64. You can see that it's nicely fitting here. Click slice and click apply on the right side. Okay, now you can close it. Go down here and wrap mode and filter mode change for point no filter. Apply, and here we are. Okay, now let's open this Free Smoke FX Pixel 5. Click here this arrow so you can see the effects. And we are going straight away with the first effect. When you will click on the first effect, it starts like this. I will go very quickly with the down arrow. That's the smooth effect I want to display. And that's the frames 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10 frames from 0 to 9. Okay, looks like this. That's the effect we are going for. So now we know what we need to do. Okay, to create particle system, first we'll create an empty object in our game. So right click here, create empty, like this. And we can call it a building effect or construction effect. So call it construction effect. Double click it while you're in a scene. Okay, not in a game, but in a scene. Double click construction effect so you can see where it is. If you don't see it, just here in this toolbox on the left side, choose the move tool and you will be able to see, because it's empty game object, you can really see it that well. So it's here. Okay. Now to this construction effect, we'll add component and we'll search here for particle system. Particle system. You should be able to see already particles, but when you're not seeing it, we need to go to the renderer because the particles are probably under their terrain. All of our terrain has some order in the layer. I think the terrain has a 9 or something like this, and units has 25. So we need to just increase the order. So when you will go to the particle system and down here in the renderer tab, you should be able to see order in layer down here. It's a third from bottom. And just change it for 25. And now you'll be able to see the particles, even increase it even more. It can be on top of everything, so 100. So it will be on top of the worker as well. Okay, so that's how the particle look like. Okay, of course, we need to change it. And the first thing we'll be changing will be texture sheet animation. So we'll provide here our sprites from here and we will animate them. So click here and click here this texture sheet animation. And mode here, we will check for sprites. Okay, so click here sprites, like this. Time mode, we will change for FPS. So we can set how many FPS we are going with. Currently it's 30. But we know we have a 10 frames, right? I said that we are going from 0 to 9, so we have a 10 frames, so we will go with a 10 frames per second. So just right here, 10 frames per second. And as the sprites here, we need to drag your sprites from the left side here. Okay? So you need to go this way. So click and drag it into the sprite here. So you have here a free smoke pixel 0. Now click here plus sign and provide multiple sprites this way. Okay, so free smoke FX pixel now 1. All right. If it do this thing, don't worry. Okay, nothing is happening. Okay, we need to just first put all of the frames there, and then we will fix this weird effect. Okay, so just click here plus sign a couple of times and just go. And now with the 2, I will do it faster. 2, now 3. Okay, now 4. Doesn't go. I don't know why 4 didn't go there. 4, 5. It looks worse and worse. 6. Now 7th one. I need to 2 more. So plus. And now 8. And 9, the last one, 9. And you see this error here. Sprites must be rectangles. Change the Atlas mesh type to full rect instead of tight if applicable. So to do this, click on the free smokes FX pixel 5. This will disappear. Okay, and here the mesh type, here we have a tight. And tight is good when you're working with the animations and you need really precise sprites. But for particles, it's recommended with the full rect. And you got the warning there. So just select here full rect. Okay. And to apply this, click here apply. Okay. Make sure to click apply after you will select the full rect. Now go back to construction effect. And yeah, it's still purple. Nothing really changed here. So we will go to renderer, and you can see the material is none, and we need to change it. Okay, to change it, first I will lock it on my screen, so when I will click somewhere else, it will still stay on my screen. So on the top right corner, there is this lock sign. Up here, you see it, just click it, and it will be locked. Now it doesn't matter, when I will click on my other game objects in the map, in my scene, it will not go away. Now go to HVO folder, and go to materials, and we have here a standard sprite material, right? So use this standard sprite, which we are using for other sprites in our game, as the material for this effect. Okay, so material, just drag this standard sprite here, like this. And now click on the construction effect, and you see that your effect looks now like this, which is a little bit better than this purple mess. Okay, we just need to change the number of particles, we need to change the radius and all these things, and it will look very good. Okay, so let's start from top to bottom, and this will take some time to adjust everything. Okay, so duration of each particle will be 1 second. Okay, oh, actually this is the duration of one loop, so will be 1, and also the lifetime here will be 1, so it looks like this. Looping, we can check looping, that's okay, and also pre-warm. We can check pre-warm, so the effect will already start pre-warmed, so as would start after loop 1. Okay, it says here when played, the prefab system will be in the state as it would be if it had emitted one loop cycle. Okay, because your effects are, when they're looping, they're going in a cycle, and here we are saying how long is the one cycle. Okay, when they're looping. So we say every second there are new loop starting of the particles, and the length of one particle here also is 1 second. Okay, it will be more. It would look like this. They are staying on the screen for a longer time and doesn't look that great. So just select the lifetime of 1 second. Okay, so let's continue with this. Start lifetime, it's okay. 1, start speed. I don't want any speed to my particles because you can see when you have a speed, they are moving. Increase speed, they are moving faster. When I'm lowering it down, they are moving slower. And we don't want to any speed, so we will say here speed 0. Okay. Okay, looks already better. And now we have here somewhere there should be start size, and start size is 1. We can randomize it a little bit. So when you click here this down arrow, we can go random between two constants. And we can go, like, let's say 0.7 and between 1. So now some particles are 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, 0.77, and so on. And some particles has the size of 1. Okay, what's next? So start size and plate on awake now. Where is a play on awake? Let's select false. So that it will be not played automatically as you will create particles when you will instantiate them, for example. You don't want to play them immediately. You won't call the method to play them. You don't want to play them automatically as soon as you will create them. So let's uncheck this. Okay. Emission. That's a very important. Now we have an emission rate of 10. So it's emitting around like 10 particles at a time. We want to go with the smaller numbers. We want to go with the rate over time to be 2, something like this. So it's not so crazy. If you want, you can increase it, decrease it. It's up to you. You can go with a 3. It's a little bit more. I think I will go for a beginning for 2, and we'll see how it will look like. Okay, now we get in the shape. You can see the shape here is this circle, which works great for me. It's a cone. We can go with the hemisphere. We can go with a sphere. A sphere is actually also good. I don't see there is like much difference between cone and sphere. And yeah, so what do you think? Box looks like this. Even the box would be good. Donut. It will be only in this area, as you see. Okay, that doesn't work for me. Maybe box. This works quite well. I'll go with a circle maybe again, or a cone as we had it. But cone is also good actually. Maybe just change the radius. We have currently 1. Maybe just decrease the radius to 0.7. And it will be built in this small radius. Let's get it over the building, like how it looks like. Okay, maybe a little higher. Okay, not so bad, not so bad. Okay, I'll place it back here. Okay, yeah, you can play with these values as you want, experiment with these, change them, and you will have a different effects. Okay, I want to try to do it as fast as possible. So this will be shape. What we can change here is also color over time. Menu, it should be somewhere here. Color over time. You select this and click here. So for example, you could go with this green and red if you have it here. If you don't worry. And if you go, you see how it's transitioning from the green color to red color. So you can create something like this. If you don't want to have this, choose some basic, just a white color, maybe like this, as when you have it. And here you can change this other color to be somehow like yellowish color. So just click here inside of this twice and change it for some orangey, maybe like this kind of dirty color, something like this. Okay, something brownish this way, and you will have this color. You can just change it. Transition either closer, you can place it, or further. This upper side, this is for opacity, and if you would like to have opacity at 100%, so just drag it completely to the right side, and just this is for coloring, how quickly it will change into this target color. We can keep it somewhere on 70%. I think it looks good, or 80 even. We can go to 80%. And I think it is good look. Even to 90 we could go. Okay, let's keep it like 85. Okay, so that's the color over lifetime, and you can change all of the things as well. Maybe you want to rotate this. I don't know if it will look that good, but there is a rotation over lifetime. When you will select this, it will also rotate. I'm not quite convinced if I like my particles to rotate, maybe a little slower. So we can change the angular velocity to, let's say, 10. So the rotation which will be much slower. I don't know if it has any effect. Let's see. Let's try 20. I mean, yeah, we can have here some rotation, but I don't think it will affect our particularly our particles in some way. Maybe you can try this, click this down arrow, and you can go with a curve, and you can change how it will change on curve. So maybe initial it will be changing, and it will be going closer to 0. So it will rotate initially, or actually it will be this way. Then no, this way. Initially it will rotate quicker, and then as it will approach 0 time, it will go slower. But I don't know. I don't think anything about this, but this is a linear rotation that as we had it before. This is changing linearly from the lifetime to until the destruction of the particle, rotating linearly. And yeah, we can keep it this way. Yeah, why not? Okay, but important is to test it out, right? So we can see how it will actually look like when we will place it on the construction. So we can play with this later, we can adjust it. But right now, let's create first prefab from it so we can instantiate it as we want, when we want. Go to HVO folder, go to prefabs folder, and here create a new folder and call it effects. So create here a new folder, call it effects. And in effects folder, just drag your tower there. So drag, tower. I'm looking at the tower, but I mean construction effect. That's what we are talking the entire time about. So just get your construction effect and get it to the effects. And now we have a construction effect here. Also, don't forget to unlock your construction effect here on the right side in the inspector. So click this lock sign to unlock it. So when you will change the other game objects in your game, you can see them and not only locked construction effect. Okay, now we will try to instantiate this. So let's go to our game. Go to game manager. In the game manager, we'll be passing it this prefab. Create here a new header down here, so we have a nice separation of our fields. Create here a header and call it FFX. VFX. Okay, so for visual effects. And create here a serialized field, private, and particle system type. Particle system. And call it construction effect. Construction effect prefab. Let's pass this construction effect prefab when we are creating the building process. So let's find here building process. Here in a confirm build placement, we are creating the building process, and under it will be passing construction effect prefab. Of course, it will complain because the constructor of the building process doesn't expect to get additional value. So control command click on the building process so we can get here. And here we can specify construction prefab. Let's write here first type, particle system, and construction effect prefab. Okay, and now we can create an instance from this. I'll create here a local field for this for the instance of this effect. So under the, let's say under the structure, create here private particle system, private particle system, and call it construction effect, construction effect, or construction particles, whatever you want to call it. I will call it construction effect, and under here, as we are creating the build action and everything here, just create here construction effect equal, and now we are going to instantiate it. So just write here object dot instantiate and pass here construction effect prefab. Construction effect prefab. Also, we need to place the construction effect prefab because this will be placed the prefab as the location we have specified in the prefab. It will be not at the position of the construction. All right, so what we need to do, the construction effect prefab, under it, we need to specify the location of our construction. So yeah, pass here our placement position. Okay, that's the place of the construction. And also now we need to specify the rotation, and you can go with the default rotation which you get with the quaternion identity this way here. Okay, so we are creating the instance of the prefab, but this will not play, and we will not start playing it, so we need to play it. Actually, we can try it out already, if it will be playing or not. So we will see the particles or not. Let's start. Let's go to Unity. Let's wait until this will recompile. Okay, this construction effect that we have on our screens right now, we can remove it. So just click it and make sure they have a prefab before we will remove it. Okay, so make sure in the effects folder you have a construction prefab effect, and from the hierarchy on your in your scene you can just delete it. Click on your game manager, because now you should have here in VFX you should have here construction effect prefabs. Drag it from your prefabs folder down here. Okay, so now we have a construction effect here. Now we can try to run it. Okay, so run the game. Get a worker and click the building confirm. Okay, you see, we are not displaying any particles because we specified on the particles. When I will click on the particles, we specified here play on awake, and it's disabled. You see, when I will enable it, as soon as I will create the instance, you will see the particle will be played. Okay, when I will play this now and place the building confirm, you can see it's playing immediately. Okay, so yeah, click again on the construction effect and play on awake, just disable. Okay, now we can go back to our code and we can play it whenever we need. Okay, so whenever the construction timer is pending, we can play this. So let's write here, if m_construction effect is not playing, so right here exclamation mark, if the construction effect is currently not playing, then run this construction effect. So m_construction effect dot play. Okay, and whenever the construction is interrupted, so construction will be interrupted when we remove the worker, then we can stop playing this effect. Okay, so worker null, and here we can write m_construction effect and stop playing it. And these debug logs we don't need anymore, so just freely remove them. And also from add worker, let's remove this debug log. And that should be it. Let's save this, go back here, and the construction effect should be playing. Let's play this, and let's see. Click at the worker, click at the tower, confirm. And now you see we are displaying the construction effect going away. It's going away, and when the worker will come, the construction effect is playing. And I actually don't like that much, that how the construction effect is straight on the worker. It should be lower a little bit, so we need to adjust the y coordinate of this game object of this particle system, so it's displayed a little lower. We can do it right now. We can go back to our code, to our build process, and as we are creating construction effect, we can write here var and call it effect offset, and let's write here a new vector 3, and we just want to manipulate the y-axis. So let's write here 0 for x and -1 for y, so it will be lower, and 0 for z, and then simply get the placement position plus the offset, plus the effect offset. This should place it lower, and you can experiment with this. You can place it even more down or more up to your preference. Just adjust the y-axis here. Okay, and let's see. Okay, and play the game, and we will see if we are happy with this construction effect. Let's confirm this. And yeah, this looks actually quite okay. I'm quite happy with this effect. And when the building is finished, the construction effect is finished as well. Start new building, and yeah, this looks very good. I think just this particle effect is played very early. My worker is running, and this particle it's starting to be displayed, and what something is happening. No, these are the resources. I'm missing gold right now, so I need to stop this, and I can show you one more time what I mean. My worker is running, and the construction effect is already also in progress. You can see confirm is running, and the construction effect is already displayed even before my worker will start working on this. So just maybe fix this small thing. Get back to our code. Okay, and this will be on the worker unit. So if you have if you see the file worker unit, let's open it. And here, if the current task is equal to build, and we have a target, we are checking for the construction, and then we check for the construction. Here we start to build. So what about to also increase this check that my worker needs to be not moving. My worker has to stop before start building here. So let's write here end operator and m underscore, not underscore, we don't need to access the worker, we are in the worker unit. So let's say the current state is equal to unit state idle. So this means that my worker has to be idle in order to start building this. Let's save this now. And let's see. Okay, let's play this, and this should be better. Okay, let's get the tower confirm. Yeah, much better. You see, we had to stop before we start working on this. Okay, again. Yeah, much better. Perfect. And the effect looks good. I wouldn't change it. I kind of like it. You can change the number of emissions from it, or radius and all these things, maybe color, maybe rotation, size, and so on. So go ahead and change it. So here you have it, the completed construction effect. Cheers.